Hello, and welcome to this D&D livestream. My name is John, and I am joined by... where's my list? Who's here?
A dying woman.
Are any of us truly here?
That's a good question.
Oh, it's that.
I am joined by Jennifer,
Hello.
Michael,
Greetings, fellow travelers.
the spirit of Tanny,
Tanny waves.
Tanny thinks they are here, Kiri,
Yellow.
and Sean.
Off yellow.
Hello to Ben and to Sean and to Sean and to Sean and to Sean.
And to Ben and to Sean and to Sean to Ben to Sean to Sean to Ben.
No, Sean said hello
Oh.
in the chat, so...
Oh, I see how it is, John.
John, what are we doing today?
We're going to play some D&D, guys.
What?
We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons?
What's that?
What we do every day, Pinky.
Try to take over the world. That's a reference for people of a certain age.
I was on the cusp of it.
Hi, Ben. Hey, Ben. Hi there, Ben. General Kenobi. When last the D&D game occurred, you guys wrapped up the Storm King's Thunder campaign with an explosion at the Spires of the morning in Waterdeep. In the general panic, confusion, and the attack that occurred there, Briar's body was stolen from... Sorry, Ben and Sean are trying to find every way to say hello.
Welcome.
So far we've got hi there, hey there, hi there, howdy, yo, and sup pitches.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Look at me, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Briar's body was stolen from the Spires of the Morning, which drove Luna a little bit to going and seeking revenge.
A little bit. She might be about to go kill a bitch.
It is now, if I switch over to the map screen and show off the fancy table layout I've done, it is now the 5th of Flame Rule in the year 1491 as we start our new campaign in the clutches of the cults.
1952.
A lovely picture of Briar.
Briar's body has been stolen from the Spires of the Morning, and the evidence points to Red Larch. Milo's just asking, who's Briar?
Yeah, I think the majority of the group are going to be asking who's Brian.
So it's gonna be the party assisting Lunar on a revenge quest.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the
basically.
party assisting Lunar in mass murder.
Luna is now the leader of this group.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
it's quite simple. You're helping a woman you barely know.
Hey, that's like every adventure ever.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
know.
Really? And sometimes it happens in a tavern.
This one happened in a morgue.
You guys headed back in your Cloud Giant castle up to where you had agreed to pick up Chupacabra. A settlement to the north of Waterdeep and Neverwinter by the coast, where you had let go of Keros, and Chupa had gone off to deal with some...
Just let him go.
Be free.
I'll never let go, Karos.
Chupa had gone off to deal with some shit that was going down. You've travelled back there to just pick her up and find out what's happening, and you are confronted by someone who is very shocked to see that a castle has actually flown into town.
I honestly wasn't expecting it.
Insert War of the Worlds song Da, 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 da.
So who amongst you goes out to try and find Chupa?
I will.
Someone has.
So Milo and Borrowed head out from the castle atop a griffin, down into insert name of town here when we come up with one, because seriously, there needs to be one. I should look at... I'm going to look at my list of interesting names. Bear with me.
So you're gonna go to fantasy name generator like the rest of us.
No, I have a list of fancy names that I need to use,
Oh.
that I picked up when I was down in the Cornwall area. So this is Tor Point.
Ooh, very nice.
This is the coastal town of Tor Point. And so Milo and Borrowed descend into the town. They don't see... Fair. You don't see Chupacabra.
Huh.
Sucks to be you.
Bye, I guess. I mean,
Who
we've
did
checked
it?
taverns, right? We haven't just like landed and gone, huh? No one's here.
I
Well,
see no tieflings other than myself.
other than mice.
Milo hides from the police.
Yeah.
It's boys in blue.
It's the boy.
Milo Heim from the Popo.
So don't find. Have we just sort of searched the town?
You've looked around a little bit. You don't see her.
What do we see?
It's a pleasant little place. You stopped here briefly before. You do see the enchanter that you had enchant Milo's wand.
Oh yeah.
You sort of see the place, and sort of you see the city corner that you said goodbye to Hector on.
Tear wipes away a little bit of a tear.
You see there's a tavern that's in the town. You see buildings.
Buildings. Tavern it is.
I love how everybody just assumes that Chupa's a drunk.
I mean,
In
haven't-
towns, it's like the tavern is where everyone congregates.
yeah. It's if
I
you've
know,
got
but
nowhere
no
to
one's
go.
ever all like, you know, maybe she's on a hot date, or maybe she's gone to buy some pretty clothes or something. They're just immediately, oh, yeah, no, she's drinking.
Looking
Well,
for
no,
a
we
sugar
can
daddy.
fucking-
It's not just if you're drinking. It's just that usually when adventurers pass through, and we've been adventurers for long enough, that usually the first thing that they do is secure lodgings. You know, food and board. So the logical thing to do would just be to head to a tavern, ask if a red hot tiefling has been there, and the rest should fall into place.
Yeah.
See, and I guess it bears mentioning that no one in this particular group knows that Chupa's already responsible for the burning down of... Is it 2 or 3 taverns, John?
I think you were definitely responsible for 2.
That is the most insane laugh ever. That is
That's the laugh of someone that's burnt down at least 2 taverns.
yeah, so true.
Ben says, by the way, you also see a flower and a sausage eating a dog. Oh no, wait, the other way round.
What?
Is it?
Okay.
That feels like an Undertale reference, but I'm not sure what exactly he's referencing.
Sean,
Yes.
where is Steel at this moment?
Well, if he's witnessed a castle actually flying up, which
He has.
which he was very incredulous about.
He was.
He would have been trying to find where said people landed.
Give me a perception check.
Perception?
Yes.
make sure I'm not on any sort of advantage. I'm not.
So yeah, it'd be quite easy to see that a griffin flew out of the castle, and you see the people making their way around town a little bit. There's a green-skinned tiefling with antlers and a little halfling with ginger hair.
Look at the little halfling with ginger hair.
Leading around one of the more mild-mannered griffins just around.
Just wild beast of a griffin.
No. I don't think it's one of the wilder ones. I think I took out Silverbill this time. And not...
Ben says, by the way, no reference. That's just him being random.
Well then, that answered that question.
And also that you spotted them landing on the ground, Sean.
I did. I didn't expect to see them on the ceiling.
They're heading towards the tavern in town.
I will follow.
Okay.
And pretty much, I feel that he would probably catch up to the point where they got into the tavern, and would just walk straight up to them. No, and if so, Barks would just fucking walk straight up to them.
So, Borrowed and Milo, you enter the tavern, and it's a nice tavern. It's not amazing. It serves its purpose. It's the town itself is sort of out of the way. Tor Point isn't a major junction in anywhere. It just kind of is here.
Right.
And so it's a tavern that doesn't see a lot of people through it. And immediately, as soon as you enter the building, a large man looms behind you. Clunking in heavy metal armor.
Human free real estate.
Hello? Can I...
Just thrust the metal spider, like a palm outstretched toward, like, just in front of his face, and like produces the image of Chupa.
Oh, hey, yeah. Who are you?
Recognize this woman?
Yes. She's a friend of ours.
Pulls out the letter.
Milo screeches, "What is that? Who are you?"
Who are you? What is... Go with me!
Ooh.
What have you done to the tall red lady?
He's holding out the letter.
He holds out a letter to you.
I will take it. Is it sealed or anything? Is it just like an open?
I have no idea.
No, it's a... Actually, I don't know. Jennifer, did Chupa seal the letter she sent to the rest of the group?
Yeah, she sealed both in an envelope with a simple wax seal. It wasn't that she didn't trust Steele, it was just so that the others could trust that she wrote the letter.
Okay. Borrowed will, with a flick of his wrist, a dagger will appear in his hand. He's going to, like a letter opener. He's going to open it. It's going to vanish again. He's going to take it out and just, what does the letter say?
The halfling starts poking you with a staff, Sean.
Grabs the end of the staff.
No, let's not.
Just kind of not leans all the way down, but kind of like leans in. It's very rude.
Okay. Folded in the envelope is two letters. One of them is the letter asking Chupa for help, and the other is a letter from Chupa that's in significantly terrible handwriting. You can understand it, but you really have to work at it, and you have to wonder how she lives like this.
How did
she live like that?
How did she put several of the letters in Infernal?
Pretty much.
How otherwise backwards?
She
There's like an
You know,
entire
you-
sentence here that's in.
borrowed. She writes like she cooks.
Yeah, pretty
Oh
much.
no! Oh no!
What?
No.
With deadly consequences?
Yes.
She never went to school, okay? Get off her back. Anyway, the letter basically just said, as you guys can see, I needed to go help some friends. I couldn't stick around, but I've left all the information with this guy, Steele. He said he'd give you this to let you know. If he needs more money than what I gave him, then borrowed, I'm going to ask if you could take some of the money from what we got from defeating the dragon from my half or share and give it to him. I'd really appreciate it. I'll be back as soon as I can. You guys just do what you need to do. I'll send like a falcon or something. This is in very confused handwriting, like she's scratched out several animals that she could potentially send letters with and
I'll send a beaver. No. Send a ferret. No.
Ah,
Tyrannosaurus.
yes.
send a drake. No, bad idea.
Add,
A
add a
griffin.
character very quickly.
You got griffins.
So,
Not anymore, she don't.
Not anymore.
John,
It's true. Actually.
Yes.
John.
it's
The name of the channel one more time, please.
What? The Twitch channel.
Yes, the Twitch channel.
Final boss fight live.
Thank you.
Milo, by the way, Steele apologizes for poking you and says that he's not seen your kind before, so is rather curious.
He's spooked.
he's a spook.
It's a little bit spooked.
So spoopy.
Yeah, Ben says, a rhino, no. A bee, no. A unicorn, no.
No.
I'll just bring it myself, no.
That'd be the best possible option. Would
That'd be
be
very
fire rhino.
Well, so you're Steel then, yeah?
I am.
Oh, fantastic. You good with, well, are you okay to come adventuring with us? Because we're actually supposed to be on the castle right about now-ish, because Lunar's kind of getting agitated about the whole thing.
Lights you see forming at the bottom of the castle may be the result of the great angry witch.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the castle, everything is ice.
Everything is. It's really polar opposites that I'm working with here.
Taking over the whole entire castle.
It's just Chupa's room looks like something. Luna's room looks like something out of Frozen right now.
I mean, there
Pretty
was that
much.
one scene.
You just gotta let it go.
Get out.
Get out. Get out right now.
Banned.
Did he actually leave?
I'm back.
So, Steel, how are you with heights?
I'm fine with them.
Cool. If you'd like, you can probably take the griffin back up, because we use the castle to move around. Have you seen the castle?
Milo holds a hand out. I'm Milo Tealeaf.
Just like like his three-fingered hand just engulfs the tiny Milo hand.
Oh yes, introductions. My name is Borrowed.
Shakes his hand as well if he's offering a hand.
Yep. Yep.
So, and
Ooh, can I point something out real quick?
Yes.
In Chupa's letter,
Yeah.
in the margins are very loose, not good scribbled portrait, quote unquote, of
Oh,
the
yes.
members who live at the castle.
Wow. I love that.
Like, so she could give Steele an idea of what everyone was like. And they're just really bad, but she's clearly put a lot of effort into them.
Aw.
She
I will
cares
put
about
this
her
on-
friend.
I will put this on the
Yeah.
icebox for everyone to see.
Cool.
Oh, she's got a little caricature of you, right here, Milo. Actually, and I will give Milo the letter. But yes, we should actually probably be getting back if she's not here. So, Griffin or flying? Can you fly?
I have means of flight.
Right.
So,
I mean,
Mhm.
cool. Let's get going then. I feel like I'm about to receive like a very angry sending from Lunar. Anytime soon. Yeah, something like that.
It's a howler.
It's a howler. I'd be terrified if I got a howler.
You can just hear a very loud tapping, and you realize it's Lunar tapping her foot all the way up in the castle, and somehow you can hear it.
I mean, how
That's
many...
a terrifying thought.
I suppose you could hear 25 taps with sending.
Just the wrapping of nails on a table.
If she wanted to, Luna could just throw down ice shards
True.
as warning shots.
Yeah, just...
Skewer an old lady.
No! Not again.
No,
Not again.
no. It's just it just spontaneously starts snowing.
That's how
That's
it
a good-
works.
yeah, that's a good one.
That's just you using cone of cold in front, above the entire town. So it just
Nah,
it's
she's
like-
not even using anything. She's just so upset and so anxious. It just starts snowing.
It just your mood just affects the weather.
No, there aren't even any clouds. She's giving off the snow.
Yeah. Your mood, yeah. Just giving it off.
Everywhere you go,
Anyway,
always take the weather with you.
So
Of course, there's that moment where you guys have to go, is it snow or dandruff? No, we're good at snow. It's not.
okay, so we're getting on the Griffin, and I'm casting levitate on myself and just sort of holding onto steel, or getting the Griffin to just sort of hang on to me, and then we're off.
and so the Griffin, with a little bit more effort now with steel.
After a very short period of time, this feeling, this struggling, Steel just kind of clicks his heels together and little metallic wings spring out from these ankles.
At that point, I hoist
And he
myself back
just
up on the
starts
Griffin.
flying off by himself.
Huh. Wow.
You fly back up to the Cloud Giant Castle, which sets its course for Red Larch, a small town on the transportation route, on the main route between between one place and another place,
You know, things and stuff.
along the long road.
Yeah.
This is... Whoop.
Ooh.
This is where Red Larch. This is where Red Larch is.
Oh no, that's what you're doing it as well, John.
This is
To everyone.
this is where Red Larch is, along the old road. Long road. Old long road. Long old road.
Long old road.
You've been playing too much Darkest Dungeon there, John.
A little bit. It takes a couple more days from when you picked up. Sorry, I'm going to go over to the map screen to show everybody else this map. It takes a couple more days from when you picked up Steel to get to Red Larch by Castle. And so you then land in Red Larch.
Borrowed does, because he can do this now, does the very terrifying thing of just doing sort of a running jump off the castle,
Okay.
and then when he's near enough to the ground, he just goes, boop, boop, levitate. It's so cool. It's so cool that I can do that now.
Milo just looks on panicked as you run and dive off the castle, sort of
It's okay.
Assassin's Creed eagle jump pose. Just 500 feet up. And then just before you land on the ground, about 40 feet up or so, just... And you come in for a perfect 3-point landing.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
And then when Milo gets down from the castle by flying, he just screams at you, "Are you mad? Don't scare me like that."
I'm sorry, I wanted to try it. It's something I can do now. I'm sorry.
So Red Larch is a small... Be careful, okay?
I will.
Red Larch is a fairly small...
Small town?
I'm just looking at the chat and working out what is happening in it, and worried.
Large ice boulders, that's very worrying.
What happened in the chat?
Could Luna have crafted large ice boulders to drop on the town as they head that way?
Oh,
I don't think any of your spells allow you to do that.
that would be fabricated creation.
This is Briar's hometown.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't want to do that on Briar's hometown.
You say
we
that
might
like
see.
Lunar cares. They took
Wait.
her baby.
Well, I'm sure her baby would care.
I'm-
if you
I'm
kept
sure
putting it
her-
over family.
I'm sure her local, her actual friends, family, and other people that known Briar for a long time are in this town. It's
I'm
raining.
sorry.
It's raining boulders. It's raining ice, hail boulders.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys miss the part where they stole her baby?
Stole her baby.
I mean, they
This town
didn't. This town didn't. That'd be weird for a town to kidnap someone.
Yeah, well, it was the cult, and they live here, right?
It's
The evidence
oh,
points this way.
That the clue pointed it this way, not that they live here.
That's okay. She can pay for damages if she's wrong.
Red Larch is a fairly small town. It is pretty much it's a crossroads of the Long Road and the Keldal Path heading off to the... Where's the... Does this map not have a compass rose on it? No.
No.
Off to the east, I believe. And then the Karn Road heading to the west. Yes, Milo would know that this is near where the farm was. Where he first met up with the crew.
Equal to his brother.
As did Borrowed, and Briar's brother.
Oh yeah.
Borrowed met up with the group at Delman Ranch as well, which is just down the road from Red Larch.
Yeast.
Memories.
So there are a few places in town that you can stay of note. There's a few places in town that you would know about. Is there anywhere that you guys would like... Is there anything you guys would like to know about before we carry on?
Yes. Shops and taverns? I guess?
So there's 2 taverns.
Yep.
There's the Swinging Sword,
Ooh.
which is here on the main street.
Ooh.
It is a 3-story stone structure crowned with a steep slate roof that bristles with many chimneys. A sign juts out over the door, hanging from chains, that is a 10-foot long carved wooden scimitar with the Swinging Sword painting on it in red paint.
Huh.
It is a welcoming and luxurious inn, at the very least by the rustic nature of the rest of the town, and boasts a hearth, warm draperies and tapestries, and running water.
Good God.
Water.
There are, as I said, there's 3 floors, so the topmost floor is dormitories, where you can sleep cheap in rooms shared by up to 6 people. And then the lower floor is divided into pleasant suites of guest rooms, each with its own sort of space. And then there's a dining room on the ground floor.
Cool.
You would also know amongst yourselves that the Sword has recently renovated its kitchen and now offers simple food. It is functional and tasty, but not complex. It is mainly... The swinging sword is mainly used for drinking. It's not...
It's like spoons if the food wasn't as good.
Yeah. Meanwhile, across the road from the swinging sword is the Helm at High Sun, which is a 2-story tavern, with its name clearly printed on a large, jutting out wooden sign, atop which is a rusting, oversized warrior helmet with 2 eye slits cut in it. It's the place where the town meet up to drink. It is literally just right across the road here. It is an open tread wooden staircase that climbs up to the upper floor and has dim and darkly panelled rooms. It is literally where the Red Larchers will go to relax, gossip, flirt, tell stories, and just get drunk.
Huh.
While it's not a place for refined eating, it does offer nice meals compared to the other place.
So spoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty nice.
So those are the 2 taverns.
Yep.
And Queen Creeps in the chat says, "Oh, we're at Red Larch now."
Oh, hey, Amy.
What sort of shops would you be looking for, Borrowed?
Weapon shops, component shops, like forges, like trinket shops, general supplies, because we're kind of running low on vegetables and things.
Okay. In terms of weapon shops, there is Ironhead Arms, that has been open for about 13 years at this point.
Wow.
An old sellsword and caravan guard by the name of Feng Ironhead decided to settle in Red Larch and opened a shop dealing in arms and armour, both new and used.
Ooh, very nice.
He is now a slightly old and greying half-orc who decided there's money to be made in keeping those who guard the caravans, like he used to, in gear. And so he sells pretty much any sort of weapons and armour. He recommends that if you've got metallic armour or weaponry, Eldrass Tantar, he sort of has a working relationship with Eldrass Tantar to repair metal armour, and Fandrir Chanseal to repair leather equipment.
Ooh.
Um,
Definitely need to hit those up. This breastplate has seen better days.
so the Tantar Smithy is a large soot-stained building with massive stone blocks that rise into tall, wide chimneys. Eldras Tantar has been Red Larch's blacksmith for a decade and a half, and has only taken a handful of days off in his time there.
Oh wow. Dedication.
The blacksmith is now run equally between Eldras and his son and 2 daughters, who are all skilled smiths and work throughout the day. They're never really seen around town. They work and they sleep, and the person you're more likely to see around town is Lafra Tantar, Eldras's wife, who will order materials for them.
Cool.
There are also 2 poultry shops in town.
Chicken.
Magic stuff. Not especially. What's this one again?
The fuck are you?
Oh, that's the dress shop. Is that the dress shop? I thought the other one was the dress shop. Oh no, that's the dress shop. It's a dress shop.
Oh, it's a dress shop.
There's a couple of dress shops. It depends what sort of level of dress you're looking for.
I don't know if Bard could pull off a dress. I think he could.
Oh, by the way, Chanceryl's fine harness is the leatherwork place.
Oh.
They make a lot of their work making sort of harnesses for caravans. But they also deal with pretty much anything leather, from saddles to reins, yokes, harnesses, leather jackets, long coats, caps, boots, leggings, bracers, belts, baldricks, and full leather armor.
And kinky shit.
And the kinky shit.
Fantastic. It's
Leather
about time.
straps.
And Tanny.
John,
Yes.
is the wagon place there?
Which wagon place?
Wagon wheels.
I believe there's 2.
Hot Wheels.
There are 2 wagon places that you would be. Well, there were 2 wagon places.
Oh. Oh no. What happened to the wagon places?
Forlorn's Safe Journeys is a.
That doesn't sound like the best place.
Forlorn.
Oh, forlorn, not forlorn. Okay.
Not Forlorn's Safe Journey. I knew where you were going with that. They are a triangle of 3 huge sheds surrounded by sturdy wooden wagons in various stages of assembly. It is now run by the grandsons of the original owner. And they are always busy working day and night. Because the other wagon place, which was Whalver's Wagon Works, is abandoned.
What?
Huh?
Do you ask anybody why the place is abandoned?
Why is this place abandoned?
Yes.
Who are you asking? Just in general on the street, or
Just general on the street, like, yeah.
it's been abandoned for about, well, as long as I remember now.
Oh?
Nobody really wants to take it over.
Why?
Oh,
Is there any reason? Is there a curse or something? There's not a curse, is there?
I don't think there's a curse. I don't really know. I've just moved to the area in this accent very recently.
It just slowly changed.
I'm not entirely sure where this accent's from.
Don't worry, we're just gonna veer wildly across the land.
That's how my accents work.
Have you got some sheep and a tractor? Or some sort of cattle?
Brand new combine harvester.
Combine harvester. Combine harvester.
I tell you what. As I say, I've moved to the area recently. If you want to know more, Jesus Christ, this accent's all over the feckin' shop.
The feckin'. It's all over the feckin'. I've gone Irish now.
Aunt Moira.
Moira?
Yeah. She'll know.
If you don't mind me asking.
There's a
Who's Moira?
distinct chill to the air as a woman approaches. It's lunar, and she's got just snow and frost covering her frame. And she looks at the poor man, and she goes, "Where do I find her?"
I mean, she'll probably be at her home.
Where?
It's a run-down little cottage over that way.
Thank you.
Thank you so
And then
much.
she just drifts off in the direction he's gestured.
Oh, and sorry, just because I saw Tanny. I thought it was Moira like that. That's the spelling I've got.
Poirot is going to do several things before launching into this,
Okay.
because he recently come into a bit of money. just a bit.
Money.
Just a bit of money. Probably gonna go to the blacksmiths first to basically see if they can touch up and repair a bit of the breastplate and bracers that he wears.
Okay.
And then while that's being done, he's going to head over to the leatherworking place to see if he can get griffin saddles. And then he's going to go to the more local and gossipy tavern.
Okay.
The second one that you said? I can't
The
remember.
Helm.
The Helm, yes.
Sorry, who's echoing?
I believe it's me.
I don't know if it is. I'm getting echoes from Sean.
Ah.
I've done nothing.
Ah. Then don't know.
It's me.
Is it you?
I've turned myself down as much as possible, and I can barely hear anyone.
Okay.
Sandwiches. Yeah, it's Sean.
Huh.
Technical difficulties.
Are you wearing headphones, Sean?
No, I never do.
Huh. Weird.
Ah.
I was gonna try plug them in, take them out, and plug them in again, but if you're not wearing them, that's difficult.
Sean's got some sort of mic. He can move it away from the speakers.
It's as far away as it can be. And like I said, I haven't moved them.
Oh, that's very strange. Oh, yeah, you're not echoing anymore. Barely.
Barely.
Okay. Yes, the tavern will probably have more accented individuals.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna try and bring up
Lunar's
this
making
list.
a beeline for the house, so...
Just every step, there's ice footprints.
There is. She's so emotional, and she's containing it, so she's not showing it, but all of her magic is reacting, and so things are just frosting over. She's covered in ice. It's bad.
You're making everyone see.
I'm guessing Yaghol didn't come on this adventure with us?
He's at home. You never
Oh
know.
yeah, he's
Which
Fair
is
enough.
weird, because you'd think he'd want to try and comfort his soon-to-be bride, but apparently not.
I was gonna say.
Borrowed.
He's like, fuck that noise.
Alright.
Could you make me a perception check? And Sean.
I can definitely do a perception check.
Sean.
Perception.
Okay.
Oh. I love Borrowed to bits, but his perception's not that great. Oh, that's better.
Way much better.
So much better.
Okie doke. You both spot a man in a brown cloak, sort of fur-lined cloak. You swear for a minute is looking at you, and then his attention shifts away.
Borrowed, not being the subtlest of people, is going to walk on over to this man. Hello.
So Steel will do the same thing. Sorry, my microphone was completely fucked for a moment there, so I just had to. But yeah, that's what he would do.
He's just talking to no one.
Literally, as soon as he notices someone talking, like looking at us, just like immediately walks.
To be fair, we are two of the strangest races. A tiefling and a warforged.
Yeah, it's quite obvious why they were probably looking, but even so.
Oh, but still, we're gonna confront this.
Yes.
Where are you guys on the map? Like, where would you say, John?
At the moment, where was the first place on the list? I think you were saying, do you go to the smithy?
It was the smithy first, then the leatherworkers, and then the second gossipy tavern, the smaller one.
So this would probably be just after you've gone to the smithy, as you're heading to the leatherworking place, which is... I should have made note of the numbers. That would have been smart job me.
Haha. Oh, so apologize if there's any background noise from me. I'm pretty sure that the rest of my housemates are playing Apex Legends.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
It's because I'm cosplaying Caustic in April, so.
Ah, nice.
So you see this guy. He's sitting on like a stub, like a wooden stub, and he's got a crate in front of him. He's got dragon chess out, but he's also watching you guys, and he puts his head down.
Am I proficient in Dragon's Chess? No, I'm not. Dang it.
Have you guys ever played dragon chess before?
So it's basically somewhere around here.
Oh, cool.
Have you guys ever played dragon chess?
No, I havenent.
What did you know? There are around about 169 octillion, 589 septillion, 829 sextillion, 100 quintillion, 544 quadrillion ways to start the first 10-move game of chess.
Those are numbers.
But in this game I'm playing on my own. There's only one for checkmate. Can you find it? Then I'll be interested in talking to you.
I do not know.
Borrowed's
Would I need to roll anything to do this thing?
there is visible steam coming off of Borrowed's head as he just looks so confused at what he
Not
just
compute.
just like there's something. Steel's an actual robot, but something short-circuited in Borrowed.
If you're looking at the game, I would say, what would you say, deception?
If it's working out the ending to it, I'd just say it's a straight intelligence check. If you are proficient with dragon chess, you get to add your proficiency bonus.
I'm not, and Borrowed's still gonna give a crack at it.
See, this is why it would be good if Chupa was still with the group, because she
That's
would have
what I
just drawn her
expected.
sword and been all like, fuck that noise, what do you know?
This is honestly what I expected. I expected him I expected Bard not to know anything about this game, and I'm so glad that I rolled that low.
That's disappointing of a man of your colour. They say that green. They say that green is a sign of intelligence, but I'm surely mistaken.
I thought it was blue.
Is it blue, turquoise, or whatever? You know,
I
whatever.
think it's blue.
Sean, would you like to roll an intelligence check for steel?
Man of metal. Would you like to have a go?
Why not? So, make sure what I'm going to be clicking here.
Are you proficient in Dragon's Chess? Because I know artificers get like 1,000,000 proficiency.
They do. I do get to pick as part of my background. I got to pick a proficiency of one type of gaming set.
Oh.
And I picked Dragon's Chess. Unfortunately, for the thing that I get to pick, as in the type of set I get to pick to just have, Dragon Chess wasn't there. But so I've got a game I'm not proficient in.
Oh, shame.
But I do know Dragon Chess, so I get to have my proficiency 2
Yes.
plus. Because I need to make sure of something quickly.
You might as well just do an intelligence saving throw, because that'll be the same result.
It would be.
Yes.
So making sure. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do that as well. So I am going to do.
You're gonna do the big brain energy, aren't you?
Intelligence. I'll just do an intelligence saving throw rather than a check.
Oh!
I didn't see what that was.
Natural 20.
Okay. So I was going to do Flash of Genius on that as well, but I don't think there's a point.
Just the massive brain energy.
Just shout out, checkmate.
Like, Steel just kind of like looks at it for like a couple of seconds and just picks up one piece and just... checkmate.
The stranger looks down and goes, "It's very impressive of you, man of metal. But I am interested and curious why you came over. Just to play a game of chess, or are you here to talk?"
You were looking at me and him, us in general.
Yeah.
Well, I do see a lot of things in this town, especially all the, passers-by, and you two stand out like a sore.
What gave it away? No,
Agreed.
I'm asking, please. What gave it away?
I just point out the man of metal.
Oh, so it wasn't me. Whew. You know.
The man of metal. I've heard stories about you. If he is the right person I'm looking for myself.
Oh.
I would, if you are the right person I'm looking for, would you know about any mysterious deaths on a certain mayor and captain?
I may
Nope.
be aware of certain things.
It was around about further north of Neverwinter. Around about that area. Mysterious deaths that you could not really tell the cause of, it was a very mysterious death, but is there anything that you would like to tell me?
Depends entirely upon who you are.
No, it doesn't matter who I am. What matters is that I am asking for this information. And I would suggest that you kindly give me this information.
I'm sorry, are you trying to threaten and intimidate the giant robot?
No, I'm not intimidating, I'm persuading.
That won't be enough to fucking persuade me. Until I know who you are and what you want this information for, I will not be providing anything.
And I thought we could end this over a simple game of chess. But I guess I'm gonna have to just stay clear. I'm from Neverwinter, and I've been tasked to find some interesting assassins. And that, long story short, it led me here. Now you go. And, you know,
I believe him completely.
He is telling the truth. Or he isn't, you can't tell.
I stand up for this bit, and I go, here you go.
Sean, are you using a dice or a coin?
That's what I was doing wrong. Not even my flash of genius can help with that, because that would just make it a 9. So, well, yeah, 9.
You believe what this man is telling you. He is clearly exactly that. It's difficult to get a read on him.
Just to prove that I am from Neverwinter, he shows a ring of the three snowflakes. I'm sure you have seen the symbol Man of Steel, and you.
That was a shitty movie.
That was a brilliant play. Can I make an insight check?
I'm sure this shows the
Yes.
insignia of my.
I'm pretty sure Steel would not have a fucking clue what that ring is.
Steel has no idea, but Borrowed would know that this is this is the Ring of Neverwinter.
Oh.
It's like
Man.
it's like a ornate silver, very shiny.
It's hard to get a read on him. Probably telling the truth though. He seems believable.
But it could be all out bullshitting you. No.
He could be, but you don't know. It's difficult to tell.
It is.
So I will have like I said, Steel just looks at the ring, is completely just nonplussed by it at all. It's just
Bard at this point will sort of just tap Steel, just go. Oh, it just means that he's from Neverwinter.
someone of importance.
I think. I don't pay attention to politics.
Ah, sorry, I've been so rude. My name is Sage. Nice to meet you.
Sage.
Yes.
Like the spice?
Ah, it's very nice. It's very nice. I see you're a man of culinary skills.
Yes, yes I am. I pride myself on tearing things apart and making things out of them.
Like an old lady.
I just tear things apart.
But, yes, man of steel. I'm sure that I have been looking for you, and you know, some of the, shall we say, you know, the local towns that these mysterious circumstances happened, they weren't really suited to investigate. So they approached a, as they said, mysterious adventurer, air quotes, and they didn't have a full identification. The only thing I know is that he was wearing a large suit of armor that he doesn't take off, and clearly by your stature, you can't really take the armor off. So I'm clearing my 97.785 recurring percent that it's you.
This is very interesting, but I have to go.
Very
with
long-winded
saddles.
way of saying that they saw a metal man.
I can put two and two together.
I don't mean to be rude, but I still have to go and buy saddles for my griffin.
Like, sorry, it was piping hot.
I have to get this shopping done so that I could get my breastplate in like
if my
an
colleague,
hour.
if my colleague here is no longer required by you, he has business to attend to.
Sage just like does like a backhand, like, oh, you just go, and then
Wow.
your greenhorn friend is no longer needed here.
Oh, what a bitch.
Borrowed is then going to go, alright, fine. And then just like levitate, like do the whole like he's stepping
Levitate.
upstairs, just levitate over a building to where the next place he needs to go.
Get Flair to fly over and poop on him.
That's next time.
Sage just sits back down and offers Steel a seat, passing some ale to myself and Would you like some oil?